It ain't even glued down.
Oh
Shoot.
shit.
Okay. Hello, people. What's going on? This is your girl, Vanessa Smilez. Hold on one second. Yes, and we are live from the Smile 69 Network show. Yes, let's clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. We are still in celebration of Mother's Day. I have my lovely co-host, Solo Charm and Queen Priscinda, and we have our resident mom in on the check-in today, which is Miss Beauty Doll. Salute to her in the chat room. Beauty, how was your Mother's Day?
It was good. It was all right. I was sleepy.
Relaxing? You didn't have to do much?
No.
Good. Now, Solo, I understand like you and Priscinda are in different places as well as what I have experienced this year. My mom, this is her first Mother's Day without her mother. So I'll have you go Solo first and then Priscinda, you go as well. Like how was your experience yesterday?
With me, it's like every year is like a different struggle. Cause some years I'm okay. I'm happy to be around other people that have their moms, and I'm with my grandmother and stuff like that. And then other years, just like I don't want to see a Mother's Day anything. I don't want to see flowers. Get the hell away from me. Don't give me no white carnations because my mom's gone. Just get the fuck away from me because this day over yet. Type of things.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of have to realize I have to appreciate the fact that I even got to know her and experience her as being my mom, even though she passed away when I was 6 years old. So those type of things makes me be like, okay. The other problem I have with it is back when I was younger, I did have an abortion and I had it kind of close to that Mother's Day of that year. So that always reflects in my mind, like my kid would have probably been like 6 or 7 right now. And I could have been a mom, and am I ever going to be a mom, and that type of thing.
Girl, it goes in my head all the time. I know as soon as I get to the gate of heaven, my little nigga gonna be knocking that door like, bitch, you coming in. Bitch, you killed me. You ain't coming in this motherfucker.
You know what? You know what?
Vanessa, it was a boy, so I know my son gonna be up there with Jesus. Like,
done
nope.
with you.
Sitting there,
they said, "Oh, you just let anybody in this motherfucker."
Right.
I hate you, Vanessa.
And Vanessa,
Because why would Vanessa play like that?
He's coming in. Come here. Let me have a talk with you.
Yo, that nigga be haunting me in my dreams. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that nigga be haunting me in my motherfucking
But the
dreams.
one thing
like,
I
and he
say,
probably looks just like you, Vanessa.
The one thing I will say though about that, I feel like at that time I wasn't ready, and I like that struggle to be a parent for what I see my mom go through, even though my dad took care of me and stuff like that. That mental, that drive, that stamina you have to always have to be a mom, that's a serious life-changing thing. And if you're not ready in your life to really pick up that responsibility, it's sometimes better to let someone else pick up that responsibility. Or if you can't deal with somebody else handling your child or anything like that, it may just be best to just terminate the pregnancy.
But some people don't think of it that way, but it's a very selfless thing to do when you care so much. And sometimes if you can make it happen, you can. But Priscinda, please let us know, how was your day yesterday?
Yesterday it was actually a beautiful day. I thought a lot about the people that don't have their moms. You know, I posted yesterday and I tagged you in it because I thought about your mom having to go through this, you know, first Mother's Day without her mom. Of course, I thought about Uncle Tom because he's still in deep grief.
Yeah.
For me, I've had enough distance from the passing of my mom and my grandmother, whose hat I'm wearing. This hat is about 40 years
That's
old.
grandma hat. That's grandma hat right there.
Mary's hat. Yes.
Oh, okay. Them flowers
Grandma
that good.
Mary.
Yes, that's
She
that
didn't
good
play no
quality.
games.
I see it. Them flowers are still intact.
Her
I
hat
love
game
that hat.
was very, very serious. Like it
It's
was
giving me
not a
First
game.
Lady Deacon vibes on the
Very
Exactly.
much
front, in the
so.
front altar, in the
Honey.
Very much so. Actually, she was the leader of the B Street Sympathy Club at Mount Emmanuel Baptist Church in South Carolina, where
You
she
better
was a
come on
member,
with it.
where she was a member for 50 years. Now let's talk about Sally.
Yes. Hey, y'all know what I found yesterday? Because I got to go through my grandma, with my
Hello?
great grandma stuff.
Can you guys hear me?
What?
I
Yeah.
hope it wasn't like a throwback condom.
No.
Don't share that.
Wait, throwback condom. Wait,
No. It wasn't a throwback condom. I hate you. It was a throwback Social Security card, and that bitch was like metal.
Wow.
I told my mama, I said, am I reading this right? She said, I know, right? That shit heavy as hell.
Let me get to some of the quick comments.
So we're gonna go back to throwback condom, and then we're gonna get to
Yeah.
Sally, and then I'm done.
Because I thought
Yeah.
that was the shit she was going to say out her mouth, because it's beauty we talking about. And this is the Smile 69 Network show. Like, you know,
Oh,
I was
my
going
God.
through my great-grandmother's stuff. You know what I found? It's like, oh, shit, what the fuck could she have found? So I think about
At
the
least we know
craziest
she was
shit.
protecting herself. Let me get to the comments before we get back to P. Steph Got Jokes says, my girls, hashtag salute. Hey, what's going on, Steph
Hey.
Got Jokes? Just One Love says, happy Mother's Day, Queens. Happy Mother's Day to you. Just One Love. And she also says that hat is official.
I'm
Yes.
trying to tell
baby.
you. The
Yes,
girls are
very
gagging,
much.
honey. The girls.
Yes,
The girls.
yes,
And it's
absolutely.
the
And
pearls.
And John Logic and Fred says salute to the chat and panel. Let's salute to everybody in the chat room as well. But yes, so Priscilla, you said what happened with the throwback condom, because my screen had went off and I don't know what just happened.
No,
Someone
I was just
said
being
throwback
stupid.
condom, and we all were like, wait, what?
I was just joking. It would probably be powder now if it was a throwback condom. It would be powder. I'm pretty sure it'd be like.
Well, condoms do last a long time, and you got to think about it. Like, I don't even believe that there is a throwback condom, because think about how.
Back then?
That's what I was about to say. They were
When were
fucking.
condoms invented? Hold on, I'm about to look that up. When condoms?
It had
Well,
to be.
they did have.
Then.
They had condoms like back in like the early 1900s, like around the
Yes,
early
they did.
1900s.
They-
But yeah,
They had
to look that
condoms, and
up.
they said they were made of lamb, and they really stank when you had sex.
yep.
So I think that's why they were like, you know what? No one.
That's why they had so many
This is
kids.
awful.
And if you go back to the ancient days, like the ancient Egypt days, they had condoms that looked like a fucking like suede sheet, like you know how you get like suede
Oh my
boots and shit like
God,
that.
my
This,
God,
And it was
this
like a
sounds
little.
like pure booty call shit.
I mean, the thought of that
Like the
going in
movie.
the machine.
When he took all the plastic and he wrapped it around.
wrapped it around
That's what
it.
the shit looked and sound like to me.
When I was younger, that's what I thought a condom was. I
And
thought
it
it was
gives
saran
me
wrap. I thought it was something they
Saran
just wrapped around their penis.
it gives me pure BV vibes also. Like a
Shut
lot
up.
of BV was going on at this time.
Right.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! So Grandma Mary gave you the hat,
Yes.
and Sally. You thought about Sally yesterday.
I always think about Sally on Mother's Day, and here's why. So Vanessa and I have a running joke because our mothers share a birthday, and they are very, very much alike. But
Too much.
I will tell you that it's way too much. But one thing I did appreciate about my mom was the one thing she told me all the time: nobody's going to feel sorry for you because you're handicapped. You better do for yourself. You better get out there. If you're going to go to school, go to school. If you're not going to go to college, don't be up here fucking up no money. So if that's not what you want to do, like, don't do that. But she did teach me to be resilient, to be tough when I need to be tough, and not to think that I can't go out there and get it. Now, Grandma Mary, on the other hand, taught me that it was more important to be kind than anything else. So every time somebody tells me that I'm really sweet or they compliment me on being kind, I feel like my grandmother's in heaven ringing the bell, like, yep, that's what I taught my girl to do.
That's my baby.
That's my baby, yes.
Oh
yes.
man, we gonna get into the moments we're gonna get down.
About my grandmother.
Please,
So,
yes.
I go down south to visit her because she had gotten sick. She was in the hospital. And I went to buy new sheets and new curtains to make her home fresh when she came home. So I go to this beautiful little shop because, in the South, they have all these quaint little shops. It was an old dame in there with a beehive about 50 feet high. And so in the South, they always want to know, like, baby, who your people, who you came here to see. So I said, oh, I'm here to see my grandmother, and she said, what's her name? So I said, Mrs. Mary Jane Kilgore. And she said, oh my God, You are Mary Jane, baby Kale. Wait, you are Mary Jane, baby granddaughter, what live in New York that work for the law firm.
Oh my God, just like that.
Just like
Yep,
that.
it sound about
And she
right.
let me write a check.
Oh my God.
Because she knew
Because
it
of
wasn't
my
going to bounce
grandmother.
because you worked in the law firm. That's
Right.
why. Because had you said that child that's up yonder that ain't doing shit with their life, you wouldn't
Right.
wrote no check.
Shout out to grandmothers for always identifying people by what they do.
Okay.
No, shout out to the grandmas who every time you come in the house, either you too skinny, so you're not taking care of yourself, or you're on drugs,
Or you too fat.
Oh,
fat,
Or
so
you
you're
too fat.
pregnant, or you just let yourself go because you got a boyfriend. You don't even care no more. You're not even trying.
like I swear it's universal because Guyanese people do all the time. They be like, you're getting big.
Yes.
But they
And I
still
be like,
feed you though.
Or they be
yes.
like,
Or they be like,
you're
you don't
hungry.
eat.
You know what I eat?
Or
You don't eat
sometimes
nothing?
my grandmother was bigger than me her whole life, and she stayed talking about my weight. I'm like, Grandma, how can you talk about somebody
They
when
don't-
you are bigger than that?
Kids and she already married, and it don't matter for her. She lives her life.
Right. 'Cause-
My favorite is my aunts. So when you gonna bring a boy home? Hell, when you gonna bring a boy home?
Oh my
Oh.
God.
you know what my grandmother said? Hold on. We were sitting in the car right on the corner of Nostrand and Church, because that's where we used to be at. Right across the street from the fish spot. This fish spot. My grandma looked at me and she said, "You need to put your legs behind your head sometimes."
Oh
I said,
shit.
"What?"
Wait, what?
Oh shit.
And then I said,
Grandma,
"Grandma, what you say?" She said, "Go in the store and get my cigarette." She didn't want to repeat herself. But I know
You
I heard her.
me.
Right. I didn't want to repeat it.
Wait, do grandma know what you do?
Grandma
I
Helen.
think grandma knows
I
some
mean,
shit.
she
ain't
did
tell
know.
you.
Well, no, she did know later on in her life, and we did have that conversation. But she did not care about it at all, because someone else tried to expose me to her.
Uh-huh.
And because when I found out that they tried to expose me, I was like, Grandma Helen, I wanted to tell you first, but I was trying to, say, I don't give a fuck about that shit. When you going to the store? Like, my grandmother did not, like, she just didn't care, because
You
she's
better go
like,
play my numbers and get my cigarette.
right, because she's like, the person who's telling me about you, I can't even rely on. So I'm relying on you. I don't give a fuck what anybody else got to say.
That's one thing about grandparents. You can't tell them nothing about their grandbaby.
No, you cannot.
They could see their grandchild being a crackhead in the street. That ain't my baby.
Well, no, let me tell you something. They'll say it to the police. They'll say it to the police. That ain't my baby. And they'll say it in court.
Right.
But as soon as that nigga get in the house, then I tell you, get off that fucking crack.
It's the snack
No,
for crack for me.
I got something. I got one for you. We talking about aunties. So y'all know I recently went home, and I've gained weight, and my auntie, they used to the little skinny me. It was like 100 pounds. So I gave her a hug and stuff, and she spun me around, and she was like, well, at least you still pretty. And I was like, oh shit. I said, I like my weight. Thank you very much.
They don't give a shit about hurting your feelings.
I was like,
they really don't.
But then I thought about it, and when I told my mom about it, like, she was like, oh, what the hell? And I was like, you know something? I love it, because it's like, I thought it was hilarious, because I wouldn't feel comfortable being home
if they didn't say that, like,
or seeing my family if they don't say something about the color of my hair or what kind of wig. Like, I got my auntie who every time she see me, she be like, and I make sure to put on the most outrageous colors in my hair when I know she coming. And she always be like,
my grandmother just got on my ass in Vegas. Because I was there and I had sweatpants on in the hotel. So I'm laying on the bed, whatever, in the sweatpants. Like, that's my lounge wear, my sweatpants.
Yeah, but
they don't lounge
I'm
nowhere.
in the bed. The first thing she say is, you don't have no lounge wear? I was like, Grandma, lounge wear is sweatpants. She's like, no, you got to get you a nice little outfit or something.
Hold on. And don't have nothing to sleep in. Don't have nothing to sleep in.
Don't you know this woman just sent me in the mail some big ass, like, dashiki moo looking shit? I said, I texted her. I said, oh, you got fucking jokes, huh? You got jokes, grandma? She was like,
grandma.
She was like, hey, I thought you would like it. That ain't funny.
We got to get to some of these comments. These comments are super, super backed up. Just One Love. Oh, yeah, we already read that. Jalodri says, happy belated mamas day to all. And Redemption Song says, salute, popping in and out. Be well. Salute, Redemption, song 76. And then Just One Love says, salute to my baby daddies, Ja and Steph. All right, salute to you.
Steph, I'm trying to get this fake money on your show. We're gonna have this
Oh
conversation
yeah,
after.
Steph. Solo wants to be on Trash Bar. She's coming for everybody next.
I guess I should say it now. I can say it now. I was giving somebody some help, and they was saying the wrong fucking answer.
Hey. She was giving me help, right? But she gave me the help too late, and I had the right answer.
You had the right answer with the wrong person. You got the right answer with the wrong person.
Mills Lane says salute to the lovely panel and peace to the chat. Yes, absolutely. Mills Lane. Just One Love says salute redemption. Have a great evening. And then shout out to Brooklyn Honcho in the check-in. Brooklyn Honcho says, what up, people? What up, Brooklyn Honcho? Keating Kong 85 puts his nose up. I wonder what's the nose for, but we'll figure that out later.
He also nosy?
Oh, I think he's being stuck up because he just said Queen Priscilla's still at the Kentucky Derby. So yes, we must be posh. We must be posh.
That's what I was thinking about. Kentucky Derby. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I said when I first came in. Like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got the
and
Derby. We got the TV.
Yes. OGK Network says, Priscilla, you looking sexy with that church.
Thank you,
absolutely.
Church and sexy should not. I'm sorry, but church and sexy, I don't sound too right going together.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Just What Love says.
The only ones fucking. We can all be doing it too. Shit.
Right. Goddamn right.
Does that mean Jesus was fucking too? I've always wondered certain things in the Bible.
Fucking everybody else.
I will not have this conversation with you, heathens.
No, you know what's
You're gonna get me struck down to the damn computer.
No.
You know what's so funny? I think I put this on Instagram, and I think Vanessa was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I was like, "Did they have DJs in the Bible? Like, if you was at the wedding, would you be like, play that flute, play that little instrument over there? Like,
no,
who was
they
DJing
had something. They
at
had
the
something
parties?
worse than that. They had something called cantors.
What the fuck is a cancer?
Yeah, a cantor is somebody that sings religious songs, and because Jesus was a Jew, so they sing religious songs in Hebrew. And
Not the nigga with the little
and
smoke
most
thing.
of it is the most awful shit you ever heard. God bless them, but good God, get some bass in that church, please.
Oh yes, and this comment is for Solo. Just One Love says those moo-moos are easy access. I have one on right now. Just One Love says Steph V can't play no more. That's cheating. No, it's being resourceful. You must use all of your resources.
I thought that a lounge outfit was a sundress. Now that's what our lounge outfits are, because all my sundresses end up being house clothes.
How about my grandma used to take my dresses when I'm around her? She'd be like, "That's a cute dress."
We gonna get into that too. Grandma's taking things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so, your people are right, because my grandmother used to wear peignoirs, leather slippers, and pearls to bed. She never took off her pearls to go to bed. It was always going down.
Nice.
And she had some little man that been creeping around for her, like since her second husband, as she told me. He's been around since my second husband.
My grandma used to always wear silk pajamas. Now that I'm thinking about it in my head,
right?
I always remember her because I used to always like be rubbing on her. She's like, "Get off me!"
And do you know, to this day, I
want to show y'all these little.
Hold on one second. One at a time.
Like, I want to show y'all these moo-moos. This shit is not sexy at all.
Oh my God, we gonna get into the moo-moos. Just One Love says nose for the big nose gang. So okay, and then Mills Lane says nose gang. So I guess we out here nose gang. Okay. And OGK Network says Solo. Who don't know, church girls are the biggest freaks.
First off, I went to St. Paul Community Baptist Church in East New York.
You know, I feel like you in my
business. I feel like you in my business, and I don't like that.
Oh my God. And then Brooklyn Honcho says, sold me out for blank. All right.
Wait, what'd you say?
Are we supposed to guess it?
Hezekiah Walker?
I did go to Hezekiah Walker's church when I was younger, and I used to go up
some Love Fellowship.
Yeah, I used to draw in my book, and I used to be so annoyed that I was even there. And then soon as they was like, you know, they had the little kids go to their separate area. Oh fuck no! As soon as they had the kids go to their separate area,
what you see just now?
Yeah.
She
said a bug or something. That was like one of those things where you see one of those.
No. Because last year, this lady by my house had a hornet's nest, and I was living in I had to have all my windows closed last year, and I just opened up my window just now, and a fly just flew in, and I'm looking at that shit, and it looked like a fucking hornet. And that nigga gonna play around until once I get up off the shit, I'm gonna get at his ass.
Yep,
I'll play with shit.
He said, "Have fun."
Have fun with little friends. Black people are the only people who be talking to the bugs when they come in their house. Right?
I'll play them games. I try to get all my water bugs in order. You know, all these niggas like, hey, if I get somebody over here, chill. You know, y'all can come out when he leaving.
I used to tell
y'all
them niggas
later.
lock up when they was done. I used to see them because my dad's apartment and mine was like, I would have to go through his to get to mine, the basement style. And I would be like, when you done, you lock up. I'ma leave. No, you stay. I'ma go. I ain't doing this shit. And I would leave my own house terrorized by fucking water bugs.
We got a couple more comments before we get into part of the topics of being boss moms. OGK Network says, Priscilla, leave them pearls on the bed so I can go pop those pearls.
All right, baby, let's do it.
And then he says, who here fucks to gospel songs?
Yo, no, I ain't gonna hold you. If your phone is on, this is why I had to make a whole playlist, and my playlist on my phone is called Smooth, because that shuffle shit. If anybody don't know my background, I'm West Indian and I'm Hispanic, and I grew up in church, and I'm a street kid too. That shit will fuck you up. You be getting it from the back, all of a sudden you hear, you think that we forgot about gospel music or not?
Oh, no. My pussy is drying up so motherfucking quick, and I am exiting the scene.
I'm just gonna throw my arms up.
I'll be trying to reach for the phone.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Priscilla, go ahead.
So it's just me.
Heathen.
I mean, if you're already into it, I mean,
bad Priscilla.
The Lord knows my heart.
Look at
Lord
it like
knows
this.
my heart.
When you're having sex and it's really, really good, think about how many times you say, "Oh Lord, Amen," or is it just me?
I do not say, "Oh Lord,
I don't call
Amen."
on God.
Well, how about, "Oh my God"?
I don't call on God. I think that's right up there with
that
name and
I be really trying not to say, "Oh my God," because I thought about it one day and I was like, I feel like that's really disrespectful. Like that nigga probably be looking down like, you son of a bitch. Are you serious right now? So I stopped doing it.
Really? Okay.
I'm dead. Oh my God. So we're talking about boss moms. Now, Beauty, you came up with this topic. Why did you think it was important to talk about boss moms today?
Because she a boss mom? Duh.
Fucking right. Because I came from boss moms and I was raised by boss moms. And I feel like a lot of these moms feel like they're boss moms, but some of them are really boss moms. But I feel like a lot of women don't get recognition for being boss moms and for doing the things that they do every single day. And it's crazy to me because I don't know. I just feel like men now are so like they're crybabies. Like, mom, you don't see us going around going, I had her, blah, 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 blah. I did this. Oh my God, I did that. But it's like when I look at the certain, I'm not, please, for fathers, don't come at me, okay? I'm not watching.
You know they in the chat room like this right now.
Man, get out
the papers ready, like, yeah.
Get out your feelings.
But no, I'm not talking about all dads, but I'm just saying it's like nowadays dads get more recognition to me and they don't even do shit. Like they don't do half the shit that moms do. And even the mom, and then it's like moms who aren't working don't get all the recognition that they're supposed to get. Like, I don't know. I just feel like people need to recognize that a boss mom isn't always an entrepreneur or she might have a 9-to-5. She might, be that stripper or whatever the case might be. She might be that stay-at-home mom. She might be that Section 8 mom, that regular house mom. Like, you don't know, and you should not judge no mother or think that no mother has it easier than the next mother. And then you got the ones that you could look at and be like, "I know that bitch ain't shit." So, but those aren't who we're talking about today.
Now, let me ask you something, because I agree with you on the idea of having a 9-to-5. Because shout out to my mom. My mom has been very fortunate to be married and to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So she's never really worked a regular typical job, but she still handled her shit. She still took care of her family. Now, what do you think about, because I was watching this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and this lady kept calling herself a single mom. She's married. Her husband lives in the house with her, but she felt like she was taking up a lot of the duties. Now, what do you feel about women who consider themselves single moms if they end up taking more slack than the man that they're with, even though they still have a man in the house providing?
First and foremost, I think that's the stupidest shit that I've ever heard of. Like, there's no such thing as a single mom if you have a man there in the house. Bitch, are you working? Like, if the man is working and providing everything, then I don't see the big deal about bitches cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids. Like, what's the problem? Wash his clothes. Like, I don't know. I think that's stupid nowadays. Like, I just don't like it. Like, I hate when women complain about, or those women who sit there and they complain about their husband not being home enough, but these bitches going shopping and getting their nails done every week. How do y'all think y'all get that shit? What do you want? You want him to be up under you, or do you want him to work? Like, I feel like that shit is so good. I feel bad for men who have to go through. I feel like that's ungrateful. You're ungrateful because you have that significant other, and if you do feel like you're doing too much, or you need to just say you need a break. Don't say you're single. Just say you need a break, like, or talk to your significant other so y'all can try to work something out. But if you feel like you single, then bitch, be single.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that part, Beauty. You know, with if you're home, all day or whatever, and you do like the cooking and cleaning, and definitely, I was taught don't complain when a man is working. Like you just don't do that. But I think what these women are saying is you could share some of the burden of taking care of things in the household. I'll use my cousin as an example. Now, her husband, wonderful man. We're on the phone. She's headed home from coming to get stuff in the yard because she's like you. She gets in the yard. She knows how to like build a fence, plant all the shit that goes out there. I don't do none of that. So I don't know what she out there doing, but she out there doing some shit. So she's coming home with a truck full of shit, right? He's home with the baby. He calls her and tells her, it's almost time for the baby to eat. And she said, oh, well, her food is in the fridge and all you have to do is blah, 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 blah. He called again because she's still trying to get home with all this bullshit in the trunk that's got to go out in the yard that she has to plant. Yeah, because, it's almost time. Like, how far away are you? So she gets to the house. This nigga is at the window holding the baby in his arms, looking at her in the truck. Like, now, she can't touch the baby because she's got to take off all her fucking clothes. She's got to wash up before she can even take the baby. You're home. The food is already portioned and cut. Everything is done.
Oh, we gonna get into
that.
I think that they're talking about things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get to some of these comments really quickly because we're getting a little bit backed up. OGK Networks says that those songs time out to praise dance. Okay. And Just One Love says, don't listen to church music while sexting, but I will call Jesus or God if it's really good. I agree with that.
Amen.
Jesus.
I don't call Jesus or God. I speak Spanish in your
I don't
ear.
call
It's
God.
really good.
I'll call Jesus.
Amen.
Right. And OGK Network has a question for Beauty. He says, Beauty, you are a boss. What's your office hours?
9 to 5.
Make their own office hours, motherfucker. I go to
I'm sorry.
work.
It's giving me big red vibes.
Oh my God.
It's giving me big red vibes.
Big red vibes. Oh God.
Now what are my business hours?
From 9
to 5.
And the way he wiped his forehead afterwards, I was just
He's like, good.
Good. Yeah. And OGK Network says, I know a few housewives that are boss moms. Same here. Just One Love says, one of my baby daddies just asked me what I do with my money, and he's $8,000 behind in child support. I hung up on him. I'm done.
That's right. Hang up on
You should have slapped him with $8,000. You should have slapped him with the money in your hand.
There you go. OGK Network says, my mom was definitely a boss. Salute to her. Salute to all of the boss moms out there. Lakeisha Robinson says, Beauty, the best boss mom I know.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Taking care of business.
No, but you want to know something? I really appreciate my mom, and I have a very good support system. And that's why I feel like I'm a good mom, because I'm not going to say I am the greatest mom, because no, I'm still learning. But at the same time, like, if I didn't, when I found out I was pregnant, I wasn't even talking to my mom. And I literally called my dad crying, like, I need my mommy. I can't do this. I want to come home.
Shit.
I feel like good support systems make good moms too.
That's a great point to have. OGK Network says, do you ladies think a lot of women don't find being a housewife attractive in today's society? Oh, can I please speak on this?
Yes.
I really, really think that it's steering women away from being those wives and being those nurturing and compassionate figures. Everybody does not I don't want to work, okay? I work because there's not another option yet. Okay, and I say yet because I'm looking for my husband. But I do feel like when maybe during the early 50s and maybe 60s and 70s, that was always promoted. Even in the schools, they had home ec classes for women to, you know, bake cakes and all this type of stuff. I didn't even learn how to fucking sew in school. Everything I learned woman wise was outside of that realm. And I do think that that's a lost art, but then that's also a necessary art to build a home, to, you know, to add to children, to add to the men who are going out. You got these niggas out here frustrated, slapping the shit out of bitches because their home is not being taken care of. I'm sorry, not to say that it's right for them to be slapping bitches and to be sitting on 10, but the construction workers are not so nice that they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, these men, they need, you know, they need the big piece of chicken. You know, they need their full meals. They, you know, and I think housewives need to exist. And I don't think we're grooming our women enough to be housewives. You got bitches talking about, I don't cook, I don't clean. You got bitches talking about some Uber Eats. No, that man needs a cooked meal, hot. Okay? But that's what I have to say about that. But yeah, anybody else?
I agree with you. I agree with you. And here's the thing.
Priscilla, you go, and then Solo, you go right after it.
Mm-hmm. I think women should have the choice to be whichever you want. I do agree that women do, and men, because in the South, the men have to learn the same things that the women learn. Like the men in my family can cook. I learned how to, you're really supposed to make candied yams from my uncle. So in the South, the men and the women learn how to do the same thing. You don't see the women running around there cooking and cleaning and he's sitting on the couch. He don't get to sit down. Because if it ain't shit you can do in this house, then in the yard, fix that car, build that fucking fence. We need a back porch. I'm going to need you to build that. And they didn't have a problem with it. They didn't have a problem with it. That's my issue with men now. Everything, you know, we require as women, you know, all I hear is griping and bitching and moaning. What is up? And but you say you want a good woman.
Yeah, you want a good woman. You want your dick sucked, but you don't want to, you know, you don't want to get her car changed for oil change. Like, that don't add up. You gotta.
Half of these motherfuckers don't even change their own car oil or pay attention to that shit. So come on now.
Well, that's true. We asked for too much. Solo, please.
All right, for the bitches that don't cook, like me, I was raised by my dad predominantly. Like my mom, like I said, she passed away when I was younger. So me seeing my mom, I definitely saw my mom get a hustle and everything like that. And my mom didn't wait for no man to do nothing. Like my mom was a dealer and she also worked a 9 to 5 at points in time. And that kind of like raised me in a way to be more like self-sufficient with things because she was the one teaching me from young. Like I was making seafood with her, cutting up salad, stuff like that. And I remember this one instinct, and I'll never forget this. I was cutting up tomatoes for a salad, and my dad blacked on my mom, like, why she got a knife in her hand? Why you got her cutting stuff? She could hurt herself, da-da-da. My mother like, well, where the fuck she supposed to learn how to cook? The fuck? She got to learn how to use a knife or something. But me being so young, I think it just scared my dad for me to have like that little independence growing up that fast. But now being older, I feel like the issue at hand is that mindset of spoiling your woman is like a real materialistic thing that's coming off of social media and stuff like that. So females aren't looking at it as I have to earn the spoiling. It got to just be given automatically. And if I have to cook a meal for my dude that I'm with, I can cook it. That's not a problem. I can read the steps and do whatever I got to do. But I'm not just hunky-dory going to be like, you want a steak, babe? I'm about to make steaks.
Yeah, every nigga ain't getting fed.
We ain't doing that.
Every nigga ain't getting fed. I agree with that completely. Let me get to some of the comments before we get to our next topic. I just want to complete these out. OGK Network says, do you ladies think their woman, someone who would prefer being a baby mama? Would some women prefer being a baby mama? Beauty, please go ahead. Yes, please.
Yes, because I'm at a point in my life where I don't even want the baby daddy to even know next time I get pregnant.
What the fuck?
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Like, with my baby daddy, no, I was literally just telling my mom, having a conversation with this. If I could go back in time, because I told my baby daddy that I aborted my baby, but I didn't. And I'm not gonna lie, I was not ready. It was like he got me pregnant and dipped, and I was like, oh no, the fuck you don't. And I took the abortion pill, but when I thought I was, the doctor was like, oh, this baby is like, all you seen was a dot going across the screen.
Yeah, this baby better be here.
Yeah, her heartbeat. He was like, "This is the healthiest heartbeat I've ever heard at this age," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, she was cool."
She here now.
Yeah,
She
like
here now.
this is my baby.
Said, bitch, you thought it was
But
gonna go
if
somewhere?
I could
Can't
go back
stop.
in
Won't stop.
time,
Bad
I
boy.
would not. I would have kept it like that. Like when his homeboy seen me and was like, "Oh, I thought you wasn't pregnant," I would have been like, "Nah, this just a little fat." I would not have told him that I was pregnant. No.
Now I'm not gonna lie. I've only had one abortion ever in my life, and it was by the Jamaicanest Jamaican nigga ever. And he was literally out like he had to. I told him not to take me. I just told him to come pick me up because he was already on some Jamaican shit. Because once I told him I was pregnant, I already knew I was getting an abortion. I worked for a health organization, so I knew all of the resources to do anything you needed. You needed condoms, I knew where to get that. STD testing, I knew where to get that. Like I knew how to get anything for anybody as far as reproductive services.
So why you didn't get the condom?
No, I did. I had sex with a Durex red condom. I remember this vividly, and I obviously I didn't know I was pregnant because I thought I was using a motherfucking condom. And I was at a time I was really young, so it wasn't even like the relationships at that time. Nobody was really fucking like that. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time we were together for like almost 10 months, and that was the first time we even had sex, and I ended up being pregnant. But anywho, this nigga was standing outside of the fucking place on Queens Boulevard talking about she killed the baby. She killed my baby. So he was out there, and I'm like, nigga, just pay for me the cab to go home. But these are things that people don't think about when it comes to, and then I said to myself as I got older, I said, I wouldn't mind being a baby mama. Like, and I feel like because you like the gift is still in the child, no matter what. Mm-hmm. Whether you're a baby mama, whether you're still with the person, whether you're not with the person, I always believe that the true gift and the true blessing is with that child. So if that ends up being a baby mama situation, it's baby mama situations, I believe, don't always have to, be tumultuous or, really, really drastic. I think it's really important for people not to downplay the baby mama, because just because somebody has a child with someone, that doesn't disregard them.
I think it's different type of baby mamas. Like you got the bitter baby mamas and you got the we could be co-parent baby mamas. Like for me, honestly, the stage where I'm at right now in life, being that I'm 30, I already said to myself, by the time I'm 34, if I don't have a kid, this clip is not happening. I may get a sperm bank. I may get an ex-boyfriend, have a kid that way. We ain't got to be together. Because my mindset always been like, I was raised for even though I could only count but so many married couples in my family on both sides, I always was like, yeah, that's what I want. I want to have the wedding. I want to have the family. I want to move in with somebody and be married and be the wife and everything like that. And then as I got older and I started seeing all the shit that happens in relationships, I was like, whoa, hold the fuck up. If this will come with marriage, I don't know if I could do this. I'm going to be in jail. Nigga, don't play with me. We're not going to do this type of bullshit here. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, again, like I said, with the concept of my mom passing away and stuff, like how she did, it scared me, that concept of love. So that's when I was just like, I don't really want the marriage and the love anymore. Think I'm gonna just stick with the kid part.
Can I say something?
If you want to be here, you could be here. If you don't, you could go.
Okay, hold on 1 second. So go ahead, Beauty.
I think the way society is right now,
go ahead afterwards.
A lot of men blame women for how we act with wanting to just be the baby mama and things of that nature. But I don't think men really comprehend the PTSD that women have in relationships, whether it's what they have seen. Like I've seen my parents, I want that. But when I look at the men nowadays, I'm like, ain't none of these niggas touching what the men in my family do. Like, if you're not gonna go out in the yard with me or get your hands dirty, I'm not messing with you. So I think it's really based on society for which really sucks.
Cindy, go ahead.
I tell Vanessa this all the time. Babies come when they come. If you end up being a baby mama, okay, cool. But I still think that the child suffers in the end when they don't know their father or have access to their father. Well, wait, Beauty, wait. This is just my opinion, baby. They suffer when they don't have that. He could be a piece of shit. Trust me, there's a part of that child that's always going to want to know their father, because my parents did the black divorce, right? Where they separate and nobody ever legally divorces.
Yes, so, that is the black divorce. Can you say that again? What is the black divorce?
Yes.
Say that again, because I just realized.
Please define black divorce.
I just realized there's a lot of black divorces.
Here's black divorce. My parents got married, had 2 children, me and my sister Benita. May she rest in peace. When they broke up, because they do what they do in the South, so my sister went to live with my mother's uncle. I stayed with my mom, and then at some point, both of us were with my aunt Ludy, and then I was in the hospital because I got sick, and then my sister stayed with the uncle, so she was raised by them. But until she died, she was always bitter that she felt like, they all abandoned her. But here's how I knew she was suffering because of it. She always asked me questions about our father. What was he like? Because he was really funny. And, she would ask me to tell her all these stories over and over again. So it bothered her. It bothered her. And it fucked her up, to be honest. It fucked her up.
I can see your position on that.
You know what I mean? So when you see that up close and personal, to see somebody, die and still be sad about this.
That's how it is with my sister. Like my sister, even though I'm the oldest, I kind of envied her because I feel like she had the last days with my mom as opposed to how I was, because I went away to summer. My mom passed away. I went back to New York to go stay with my dad and go to summer camp and stuff. And to this day, she'll ask me like how my mom is and stuff like that. And I'll be sitting here like, damn, you was really 2 years old when our mother passed. You really don't remember shit about her. So it's like my obligation to put you onto that. And I could see, but I used to be so jealous of her because I grew up with my dad, but she had her dad and a stepmom, and then the stepmom adopted her. So it's like she always had like that family unit, even though they were separated.
But biologically, she was still looking for that.
Exactly.
That's my point.
It is like a little void that you have to kind of like fill up a little bit, like you feel empty.
Let me just get to some of these comments really quickly. Just One Love says, did he get the stuff out of the car? I think he's referring to, she's referring to Percent of Story.
Yes, he did.
Okay, good.
Because she had that look on her face that all Black women get.
Yeah, that don't play with me.
Look. That look.
Yeah,
Just
One Love says, preach B. Keenan Kong says, you ladies' problem is you have a type and you stick to it. We're not going to get into him. We're not,
but I just want to say one thing.
Okay.
We don't.
I have standards. You just can't meet them.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Gary Smooth. Gary Smooth says, y'all keep up the good content. 100. Absolutely. Shout out to Gary Smooth coming in from Facebook. Just One Love says, Black couples were power teams back in the day. If they disagreed, it was behind doors. Some couples these days have no class or shame. I just want to say something about this. I agree. And not only does it stay behind doors, it doesn't come out until after they're dead. Okay?
Yeah.
Some of the things that happen with Black people, you don't know until they go.
The whole family know. No, the whole family know.
Yep.
They know.
They whispering it. Yeah, nobody's saying it out loud. Everybody.
Exactly. Because
they don't say it out loud till they die. Yeah.
The kids don't find out that their mama was a hoe back in the day until that mama dead and all her boyfriends come to the funeral. That's when they find out how you know
older and just don't give a fuck, and she done told you.
That's what it is.
I found out when my aunt died that I thought she was, going to South Carolina every summer to visit family. No, she had a boo thing down there.
They always got a boo thing.
And they hooked up every summer. Every summer they hooked up. And then the one time my Uncle Sammy thought he was going to, get all like, brolic with it and say some shit to her. She hit him in his forehead with her high heel. And that's when they used to have metal tips. So he had a dent in his forehead. Yeah. Good time.
It be like that sometimes.
It do. Shampoo says, you have a lot of men willing to eat dinner, ask when dinner's ready, but not willing to go grocery shopping. I just want to say something. Because somebody has got to put the bags in the car and in the house and in the fridge.
I tell you, when they be like, did you cook? I be like, did you bring something?
Yeah, that part.
And cook it.
Now, it's a difference if you say, baby, I brought this. Can you make this for me? That's fine. I will do it. Right. Lakeisha Robinson says, shit, I will cook, clean, run your bath water if you're going to do the rest. I wish I ain't had to work. Make me a housewife. Goddamn right.
You better come on with your housekeeper soon.
You better, yes, because I am here for it. Just One Love says, I can't stand a bitter baby mama. That's what she's referring to.
I cannot either.
I hate
I am a baby mother, and I don't like the baby mamas who, who had a baby because they thought that dude was gonna stay or they to trap them. I can't stand baby mamas who feel like the man is supposed to pay all her bills just because they got a kid together, or keep you up to par just because you got a kid by him. Like, you're not his responsibility. You did not come out of his nutsack. Your child did. You should not. I hate seeing like my friends with their hair and their nails done, and then their kid be looking like the little ghetto project kid with the snotty nose. They be running around and you don't really
not
want to hug them, but you don't want to hug them because they got snot all over their face. Hey, baby.
No, I greet those kids with a motherfucking napkin. Hey, come here, baby. Come here.
Yeah, because they got that baby. Look.
And that bitter baby mother was like, who is going to be touching my kid? My kid is fine. Don't touch my kid.
We're going to get to this. We're going to get to this too. Because we all got to talk about our experience when we've been licked. Okay. Brooklyn Hot Show says, loving the platform. Shout out to Brooklyn Hot Show. He is the co-producer of the Morning Rant. Salute to Brooklyn Hot Show here on the check-in. And John Logic and Princess chilling. Just One Love says, exactly. I never knew my grandfather was a bootlegger and numbers man. So he passed 7 years ago. Just One Love, salute to your grandfather. Okay.
Because Peter Paul and them was at the service. I remember he made that moonshine that one time, had me fucked up walking down the road.
No, Peter and Paul they may be mad because this nigga may owe them some money. Not speaking ill about your grandfather, but I do know people who go to funerals and they count the dollars that they owe them. Like,
that's the funniest shit ever. He'd be like, "You gonna die, motherfucker? You still owe me $50 goddamn dollars."
Yeah.
And Just One Love says, all I can hear is Byron. I can't. Oh my God. Now, I did want to get into, I know we're almost finishing our show, but I did want to talk about a few things. So, a time when a man called you mommy, also a time experience where you've been licked and cleaned.
Can I go because it's Mother's Day?
Yes, absolutely, Beauty. The resident mother on the check-in, please.
Okay, so I had a boyfriend who used to do that, and I used to be like, please stop, that is so stupid.
Your ex-boyfriend was doing that to you?
Yeah, he used to call me mommy, and I just didn't.
Not the licking thing. You said the mommy thing.
No, the mommy thing. Oh no, he did that to me one time. He did that to me one time, and I punched him dead in his throat. Like,
I just can't picture a nigga going like this.
Okay, so I had did a face mask, and we went to the drive-in, and I guess I still had like some of the face masks like right here. So I guess he thought it was like sleep or something. So he like licked his finger, and all I see was it coming towards me, and I was like, ah! And I just went and but no, it was always. I think my older auntie, we was at a family reunion, and one of the great aunts like licked her finger and rubbed it like this across my lip, and I was just like. Like, cause y'all know I'm a germaphobe, like OCD, so I couldn't like take it. So I like walked away. I just hugged her, and I like walked away as fast as I could and found the bathroom and like took the soap. And I was ever so traumatized.
I cannot deal. Oh my God. Now, anyone else? Sorry. Another time, I know Logic is going to kill me because I'm coughing throughout this entire stream. And he's like, COVID-19, like, get away from me. Nobody's going to catch COVID-19 from this stream, at least. I'll say that much. But no, I have to ask you ladies, another time, like you said, where a guy called you mommy, and also a time where you were licked and clean. Solo, please go ahead. Oh, Solo, and then Priscilla, you go ahead.
Oh God. Okay, so remember I told you the guy that likes me to be like rude to him and disrespectful, and he'll pay me for that via the text message. So he always writes mommy, and it creeps me out because it's how I call my mom, mommy. So I'd be like, stop saying that, please. Like, if it was like a Hispanic dude saying mommy, it'd be different, but it's mommy. And I'm looking at my arm like my mother's fucking tattoo says mommy. Like, don't do that. That's weird as shit. And it makes me feel dirty when he says it. And I like the same way that makes me feel. I can't call a nigga daddy because I call my dad daddy. And it's a weird place in life to be at, to call two men daddy. And the spit thing, it was my dad, and I love my father dearly. but that hot breath spit is disgusting. And he would go in the corner of my eyes, and I'd be like, spit in my eye. What the fuck is this? Ew. Or he'll go like this, and I'll smell it, and I'll be like, come on, man, what the fuck? Stop that. And he would never do it in private. It's always in public. So I'd be
How
sitting
they
there
get
like,
you? That's how they get you.
this is embarrassing as hell. Because because usually in private, I'll be like, no. But in public, you make that one move.
Yeah,
like,
you can't disrespect in public.
Shit out of you.
You ain't gonna
You
disrespect in
play with
public.
me outside in front of these people. I'll knock you on your fucking ass. And I don't want my dad to go to jail for abuse. So I'll be sitting there like, it's nasty.
Ah, shit. Oh my God. Priscinda, please give us a time where you were licked and cleaned with spit and a memorable time when a man called you mommy.
So Sally was quick with it. And it seemed like she never ever missed. Like if I had a single spot on me, she would be out of nowhere with the full spitty finger cleanup and a magical tissue. She was like, bring your red ass here. Walking around with this dirty ass face and you light skin. Get over here. You're going to be out here looking like a dirt dog.
I'm mad that you're getting cursed out in the process, though.
Well, I'm like, right? And this was all the time. Like, I'm a kid. Like, I'm going to get dirty. She's like, not on my watch, bitch, because we going to get rid of all of this. But I will say, mommy spit is magical. It could clean a whole fucking baby. They didn't need baby wipes.
Shout out to mommy spit.
Down. And you just smell like spit.
I rebuke that. I use my daughter's spit. Like I tell her stick your tongue out, and then I wipe my hand.
Sally didn't do that. Sally was like, I got everything we need right here. It's all gonna happen. Now my ex, he used to call me little mama, and I used to call him Big Daddy because it was like that. Yay me.
I know why he was called Big Daddy.
You're damn
give
right.
that to God. I don't want to
damn right.
That ain't my. That's grown folk
that
business.
Title.
That's grown folk business. That ain't my business.
Yes,
I'm still
it
in
is.
child's
Yes,
place.
yes.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna forget beauty. Gotcha. But for me, I'll refer to the story I spoke about a couple weeks ago when I went to a club that I wasn't supposed to be at. A couple friends left me, and I was picked up by shout out to Kato, the trick that came through, the supporter, sorry, that came through. He was Cuban. So he
was this a sex party?
No, it wasn't a sex party. We were
you said you wasn't supposed to be there, so I thought it was some
because she was
young.
Shit.
No, I wasn't supposed to be there. Like when in Miami, I actually shout out to my mom. I was speaking about Mother's Day. When I went to college, I realized I'm living in Miami and I'm only like 18, 19 years old. So the popping clubs that we want to go to is 21 and over.
Yeah.
And so the Christmas break, my first Christmas break when I came back to New York, my mom had an extra ID and I definitely took her ID and it definitely worked for me. I don't even think the man at Cameo, and the first time I tried it was at Cameo because they actually scanned, they put your IDs in the thing to make sure that it goes. Mm-hmm. And he didn't even look twice. I'm literally 19 years old and my mom probably had to be like, I think he just seen black woman. All right, go inside. But it worked. But nonetheless, Kato was the guy who called me mommy. And it was so cute at the time because he always did that. But I'm not going to lie, at the time that he came to rescue me, it was a little bit annoying at least because when he came to rescue me, because I forgot what, I wasn't at Club Iguana anymore. I was somewhere else. And I called him. I told him to come and get me. He came. He's like, mommy, what happened? Mommy. And he just kept saying mommy. I'm like, nigga, just drive me the fuck home. Like, you just keep calling me mommy. But he was so sweet. And I couldn't be mad at him because he was so sweet. And, most of the time, like, usually when guys do things for women, they want to trade off. So I'm thinking this nigga gonna want some pussy or something like that. He didn't want anything. He's just like, mommy, you okay, mommy? He's like, call you later, mommy. Like, and he was just so innocent with it. And, like, that was like the most memorable mommy because every other word was mommy. Like every other word.
Speaking no English.
He didn't. He really didn't. And I'm like, how are you in this country buying pussy, nigga? And you don't even speak English, but we won't.
But see, it's a difference. That was mommy. That's MAMI. Not
right. That's why I said
MMY.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. Mommy. Yeah, you shouldn't be calling a bitch mommy. Like it shouldn't be with the MO. Hold on, percent. What'd you say?
Was he Cuban?
Yes, he was Cuban. He was very dark skinned. His name was Kato. He was a dark skinned Cuban. Shout out to him.
It sounded like it was because that's like some Moreno name. That sounds just like some spy. Nah,
that was.
Dark.
And and he was he was a trooper, man. I can't even lie. He called me mommy every other second. And like even when he was late or some shit like that, he always called me mommy. But on the licking face side of the game, shout out to my mom for embarrassing me almost during my Sweet 16. Because I had a Sweet 16 and I thought I was a shit. So I had my shit in East New York. All the niggas from the hood came, all kinds of shit. And you know, even like as niggas was pulling up, my dad's still being a fucking father. Like, he's like, why does this boy have this big ass bottle of Belvedere? I'm like, Dad, he's grown. Well, why do you like he's grown? These are grown people. Like, I know I am 16, but some of the people I know are actually grown. Like, he's legally allowed to have that bottle, Dad. You can't take it from him. And I remember, like, as I was cutting the cake on my Sweet 16, my mom literally walked up to me, like, you know, when you're sitting in front of the candles and shit, and everybody's looking at you. Mom said, "Come here, wipe my eyeshadow off." Like, and I didn't even notice she wiped my eyeshadow off until like, I looked at the picture. Like, I came on and I was looking at like my face in the mirror. I was like, "Oh, Mom, you wiped my eyeshadow off." But I think she was just so excited. And I think before me blowing out the candles, that might have been her one moment to be like, "Bitch, you still my kid." Like, it wasn't even, I don't even think it was about my eye being dirty. Like, I don't even think, it was just more so a power grip. Like, she was like, "Bitch, come here."
She gave you the Lion King.
Right. That's exactly what that was. That's exactly. Basically.
Sure, you're never too old. You're never too old.
And I'm like, "Mom, why'd you do that? I had makeup on." Like, why? Like, that's not even that serious.
It was like, why does she wipe the eyeshadow? That's the fucked up part. Like,
and she
so
like
I got one eyeshadow and one non-eyeshadow. Like,
literally. And I had to go wipe cute. Yep. That's basically what that was. Bitch, you ain't cute and you ain't grown. That's exactly what that was. That was both. That was both. But that was my licking face story and also my mommy story.
God.
But I don't know if you guys want to get into this before we go, because I love talking about this. This is something I really like in sex. A time where you had a cream pie and you enjoyed it. I need to know the position and what made you enjoy the cream pie.
How the fuck we get there from the mommy conversation? Like,
cream pie?
From a mommy,
that's how you become a mother. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You become.
Mom,
thank you, Beauty.
Mommy from a cream pie.
Yes, we got to get to the source.
I just thought it was inside. I didn't think it was a pie. But I was inside. But okay.
I get, you know, what you're saying.
Thank you, Beauty. Yes,
she's a mom. What the fuck? It's not fair.
No, I get it.
I mean, I'm an abortion mom. She's saying, first off,
me too.
My pregnancy, I was bullshitting when I told him, "Yeah, sure, let's have a kid." So that doesn't count, okay? That don't count. But
I can't.
I believe in birth control. Power to the people. Thank you very much.
Morena, you my nigga.
Depo is my best friend.
Stop it. Morena's your nigga. I can't.
That's my nigga.
Depo is my best friend.
Not Depo.
Bitch. Okay.
I don't like that nigga. I just have to say, I don't like that nigga Depo. That nigga Depo made me gain a lot of weight, and I had to get that nigga out, right? Yeah, I had to get that nigga out of my life.
Look, man, we have a talk. We have a love-hate relationship. I know how to control myself, and you just got to substitute sweets with other stuff. You got a lot of control. But I don't see that red bitch when I have my friend Depo. So my friend Depo gonna be here forever. Oh, fuck all that. But I used to my ex-boyfriend. I felt like when y'all come together, I think that's like the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
All those emotions.
But how do you really know if you're coming at the same time? Because guys, obviously it's a physical thing. Like you can see it coming out.
You can tell. You should know your man's body.
So I know.
You can tell by the look on their face because they start looking real crazy.
Or they start like gripping
I know the face of them.
Change. They breathing and they stroke.
Yeah, no, I say I know for them.
You can feel the dick too. You can feel the dick switch up and like pulsate and jump and stop and everything.
That's true. Solo.
I can't pay attention to that. I do know when guys, but I said mainly for myself because I never quote unquote have an orgasm. I always call them like mini orgasms because I feel like I've never really come to that climation with a penis inside of me. So for me, like when it comes to a cream pie, like I'll come after the guy because I love getting a cream pie and then the guy plays with it. Like he sticks his dick in and out the pussy. Like he's like,
He's so nasty.
I was to say you definitely a
playing
nasty
around
bitch.
with it, like, and then come back in and come back out. That's when I come.
To the bathtub. I don't want that shit inside me. Get that out.
Like, you know how messy that's
Now,
gonna be.
let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. If a nigga's playing in my pussy after coming in me, that nigga I don't have to run to the bathroom for. That means I am okay with that nigga coming in my pussy. Now we not letting just the randoms and the scallywags of the world.
I don't give a fuck if I love him and we got a ring good. I'm running to the bathtub. It feel nasty. It feel like you peed on yourself. I don't like it.
Oh no,
my
it
God.
doesn't feel that way.
Beauty.
It does not feel that way.
So when it's coming out, it does not feel. So y'all really gonna tell me when a dude nut inside you and you stand up and it comes out? Am I the only person that comes? It comes back out like it comes out. It
I told y'all last week about me standing up in the bathtub and nigga telling me to push the shit out. So I learned that it's possible. But when you go to the bathroom and you pee, it comes out. But I'm not gonna stay in there and watch the leakage. Ew,
I don't think I've like ever really peed shit out like immediately afterwards. Like I've gone to the bathroom after a cream pie and you'll see like a couple drops will come out like mixed in the pee, but like it's never just me going to the bathroom and all I'm peeing is like cum. Like
I thought that was stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the same page as Vanessa, so maybe we just two nasty bitches.
Y'all are too nasty bitches.
I don't know why I love that when a nigga comes in me and then he pulls his dick out and then he has more cum and he's playing with his shit.
Isn't that just the best?
It is the best. Woo. The best. I have to get to some of these comments though, because these comments are all the way backed up. He says OGK Network says getting to know your props opens up so much stuff you probably didn't know yourself. Absolutely. Yeah. Crab Daddy X says, hey guys, hey Crab Daddy X.
Hey,
and
that name always fucks with me.
He also says respect everyone. Absolutely. He says good show. Absolutely.
Thank
Just
you.
One Love says it's daddy with an E from my big daddy. Absolutely. And then Figo007 TV says pops kept it gully. Absolutely. And then John Logic is referring to me. He says LOL, at least y'all in studio. LOL, but V need another COVID test. Absolutely not.
God.
Okay.
Ja is super OD COVID, so he's just not fucking with anything. OTK Network says daughter spit, what the F beauty.
Okay, so question. So you would rather me put my spit and I smoke cigarettes on my daughter's face versus using her own spit?
My mom,
that's a good point.
Now, beauty, I didn't even think about the cigarette factor. My mom smokes Newports on the regular, and I didn't think about that until just now. She took her Newport having thumb.
Yeah, I'm weak.
Put it in her mouth and put it in her mouth.
Listen,
she was smoking, and it was my sweet 16. So my mom was smoking cigarettes that entire
of course.
Day, okay. The whole day.
But Vanessa, my mom smoked Cool Filter King, so it was all kind of cigarettes.
That's what my grandma Helen smoked.
My daddy
did not get cool off your face no matter how much smoke you use.
My daddy never did none of that. That was my mom. My grandmother was a smoker. My dad was just eating like Swiss cakes and drinking soda and shit.
No, it seemed like every smoking woman in my family used to hurry up, like you used to try to dodge them, like a football game.
Yep.
And then they come
because they would dead have that cigarette in that one hand, the one
and then be like, "Come here," and then
smoke with that hand.
Go to bed part. They be like this. Come here,
here, baby. Yes.
And be blowing the smoke out and they wiping your face, man. Nah, I will not disrespect my child. No.
Oh my God, let's finish the rest of these comments. Keenan Cog 85 says, I was getting dropped off at daycare. Prince Batman song was on the radio and had a Ziploc bag of fruit circles. Shout out to your mama for sending you up to school with a Ziploc bag full of fruit. Shout out to mamas out there. Just One Love says, but I don't like to be called mommy by no males. Little mama or even big mama is a pass. So, okay, I understand that. Some people don't like that. And FIG007 TV says, Miss Kentucky, a freak. Bomber sklat. Oh my God. Just One Love says, I don't care if I had a cream pie because I'm not sure what it is. Okay, well, cream pie is what a nigga come to you. Cream pie and Lincoln Company. OGK Network says cream pie. What happened to Jesus and gospel songs?
That was like 5 minutes ago.
The Lord know my heart. The fuck?
There you go, Solo.
Amen,
See, that's
amen.
why
He
I
made
do
me
it when
like
the
this.
gospel song comes on. The Lord knows my heart.
What they say?
Absolutely.
They said God created me in His image. There you go.
Goddamn
Hello.
right.
See.
There we go. John Logic says drip, drip.
Oh my
Absolutely.
Yeah,
God.
baby.
Just One Love says, nah, that nut ain't going inside me. It can sit on there to get cleaned off. LOL. Thanks, John.
Nah, that's
I
really me.
kid.
I'd rather be a strudel. I don't want that in me.
So where do you guys prefer to become on? Like when a guy finishes, where would you always ideally want it to be?
My butt.
Yeah,
Me
I ain't
too,
got no
Beauty.
ass, but I'd rather you do that so you can wipe it off. At least I
Yup.
know it's
Yeah,
not.
same
And
for
I'm
me.
not moving until you wipe it off. Ass
Yep.
is nail.
Because the other places feel so dirty to me. Like, don't be on my
It do.
chest with that shit. I like
Oh,
my
don't
titties. Like,
do
my
it.
titties is my shit. Don't do that.
Do it on the ass cheek. Don't
Yeah,
do
on
it
the ass
on like
cheek.
the top part where it's dripping down my
Yeah,
ass. Right
yeah.
there.
They're
I
trying to be
feel
slick and get you
violated.
pregnant.
That's nasty. I
Yeah.
need you to do it
They
on
trying to
one
do splash
ass cheek for the other ass,
insemination.
or like
Mm-mm. You
you
ain't
know,
slick.
split it between both, but don't get it in my ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to say, I love when a nigga comes on my titties because that's the easiest cleanup for me. I can see it.
I
It's
don't
right
like
here.
seeing
I
it.
can literally put my titties in the sink and just clean them off.
Oh my
Like I don't
God,
have
I
to do
love it.
anything
The
else.
thought of that.
Do you
And I'm not
put
gonna
your
lie, I was on
you
some
just
whole shit.
put your titties in the sink? Like, you just
I was
not
on.
gonna fly by
Hey,
from my
when you
titties in
want
the
some,
sink.
when
Wait,
you
but
want
you're
some
not
whole
afraid.
shit, when
You're
you want
not
some.
afraid he gonna miss and like hit you in the eye. I'm afraid of that.
Well, see,
That's
that's
me.
why you do this.
That's why I
That's why
won't
you
do
do this.
facials.
You do this.
She
Yeah, I
just
stopped doing.
you
Do
be like,
this.
you done yet? You done?
I like the video.
Okay.
I've had niggas do that before, and I'll be sitting here like, please, just finish. Like, get it off me. Get it off
And
me.
niggas
I don't
say
like how
when
it
it come
feels.
on a
Get it
bitch
off me.
face, I'm like, nigga, that's special. You're not
Oh
coming on my
no.
face.
I told y'all already, like Beauty said, I'm terrified of getting blinded by sperm. Like, I looked it up online,
I've
and they was
already
like,
been blinded by sperm. Yeah,
You
you
can
that's
can
get
not
do
pink
that.
eye
sexy.
from sperm.
It's
I'm
not
scared
sexy to
I'm
be
gonna get
blind.
pink eye.
Sorry.
Like I don't want it near my face because I'm scared I'm gonna get pink eye.
And
Like,
I've had come in my eyes several times. Like, and as I got older, and because I always knew, like, you know, the
So you
facial
immune
scene
to
is
it
a big
now?
thing. I'm not
Right.
immune to it. I'm not immune to it. I'm not doing that shit no more. Like, but
I
my
had
thing is
it
this.
done one time and that shit went in my eye and it burned like a motherfucker. And I was like, what is this acid? Like,
Oh my God.
Not acid sperm. See, no. See that shit right there?
And
Beauty
I'm
ruined it for every nigga. Beauty
But see,
ruined it
that
for
was
my
my
future
shit though.
husband.
Because for me, I always like, especially when it came to my videos, like I knew my blowjobs was it. Like I didn't mind guys coming on my face because I'm like, hey, you're not coming to my pussy, and I always felt like I could close my eyes to like block it out. But one
Right.
time I did close my eyes, and then one guy still got it like in the corner. My eye was red for like the entire, maybe like the next 4 or 5 hours, and I
it
could not
coats
get
your
my eye to be clear.
eye. It coats your
Do you
it
see what I
doesn't come
mean?
off.
And it was
Fucking
one eye.
So
it
you
was
seeing
one eye that was
kids?
fucking red.
Ew, so it coats your eye. So you seeing kids all day?
Probably, I was probably seeing kids all day.
Your eye be like gray, like you gotta keep blinking like this and
Oh
like
my
keep
God,
wiping
pink eye.
and blinking and wiping.
Yeah, I probably did have pink eye
Oh,
for about 4 hours.
no.
I
Oh
See,
my
probably
that's
did.
pink
God.
eye.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
OGK
terrifying.
Hold on. OGK Network says, peed it out. I'm getting R. Kelly vibes.
Listen, don't talk about Robert because y'all know how I feel about Robert.
Me too, Solo.
Not
Another thing
Robert.
we have in common.
Not
Solo.
Robert.
I love Robert, okay? I
I
still
love me
play
some
all
Aura.
them albums. I will be in my house jamming. You remind me of my G. And I don't give a fuck because I'm 30 and I'm grown.
Exactly.
You are never gonna get me to give up ignition. I won't do it.
I told y'all I'm going to the
I still
Jailhouse
listen to it.
concert. I'm gonna go right on the Jailhouse concert. R. Kelly does jail tour. I'm in this motherfucker like,
I will go to the jail to see R. Kelly perform. Like, if that nigga decided to perform, I will go there. But
No, I'm
let's
not
get
going there.
She's still gonna go there.
I don't go to the prisons.
Just
They
what
gonna
Love
be like,
says.
little mama, what's up with you?
I don't.
Instead of gonna be like, stop.
Nigga, good luck.
Oh my God. Just One Love says, yes, I smoke them cools now. Shout out to you. Logic and Friends says, V, just get a rag. I usually do eventually.
No, I
And,
like a warm rag or a baby wipe.
I could take a baby wipe.
Just want to shit or rub it in.
It do like it's better for a rag. Just One Love says, I agree, V. Salute to us big titty women. Absolutely. I like to catch it here. This is where I catch it at. Okay.
The
OGK
visual
Network.
of you putting them in the sink though cracks me the fuck up.
And that's how I knew my titties are big. Where I can just put my titties in the sink by
In
them,
the sink.
like just
Nah,
the
she
titties.
keeps saying that, and I really picture like her going home after a long day and be like, I'm tired of this shit.
Yep,
Put titties
in the sink.
Wait a minute.
OGK Network says sperm is better for your skin than avocado. What you ladies
Stop
talking
it.
about? Come
No.
get this sperm mask.
A
Hey, guess
sperm
what?
mask
I'm
and
allergic to
sperm
sperm
glasses is
and
different.
hey, guess what? I'm allergic to sperm and avocado. So
Okay.
Beauty said, "Don't come around here with this." Just One
Literally,
Love
don't
says,
come around here with this shit.
"Yes."
I love it.
Just One Love says, "Yes, nut in the eye burns like hell." Absolutely.
Wow.
Now we have to. Now
I'm about
we
to
have
start
to.
sucking dick with goggles because the way y'all talking is scaring the fuck out of me
I
now.
can't solo.
You know, bitch, like.
Like I'm gonna have to put sunglasses on or something. Like dead ass because I need
Just
some
blocking
safety
the nut.
equipment. What the fuck? Like
I
oh my
cannot
God.
do.
This show is the fucking best thing.
Stick with goggles. I can't do. I can't even. Y'all know I can't even cough and laugh at the same time, and I've been killing myself.
Oh God!
So we have to come to the show where we're teaching the babies, and we have talked about being boss moms. So we're going to teach the babies, obviously, because it's Mother's Day. We are teaching the ladies. We're going to have you gentlemen sit out. But if you want to take the advice for a fellow lady that you're working with right now, then you can figure that out too. Now, my question to you guys, as far as teaching the babies, what would be your advice to a young lady who is currently about to have a baby? We talking to the ladies who are already pregnant, about to push out the baby, and they're trying to figure out how to be a boss mom.
Well, Beauty is the resident mommy, so she goes first.
Yes.
Have a good support system. Accept help. Yeah, that's really all I can say, because that's like a real broad question, because you really have to turn yourself off. You have to really put in your head that there's no you no more. You're not living for you anymore. You're not doing this for you anymore. As my daughter reminds me all the time, there's no more you, it's us.
Us.
That's exactly how she says it. She'd be like, you have no more privacy.
I'm not gonna lie though, I do take offense when my mom starts speaking in first person when she's like, I'm going to get me something. I used to be like, well, what about us? I'm not gonna lie. I used to do that to my mom. She's like, well, I'm
like me. But I just feel like you should just listen to you. Follow your own heart. Like read. I was a reading fool when I was pregnant with my daughters. Like I read everything, every book in the world. But at the same, say something else. But at the same time,
see, she being a parent right now is with damn dog.
Okay.
But at the same time, like I still I asked my grandmother for advice. I asked my mom for advice. I was one of those parents.
Oh shit!
I was one of those parents.
I can't.
It's the parenting for me. It's the parenting for me.
Moms can always multitask. Go ahead, Beauty.
Yo, they got good aim too. You could be around
I
the
know,
corner, they gonna catch you with some shit.
Trampoline, and he moved and then bounced off the trampoline and still got on Sunday.
Parents aim is different.
Done.
Look,
I'm done.
Ask your elders, because I was one of those ones that the doctors used to tell me shit, and I used to be like, "Fuck you," and call my grandma and ask them what to do. Because I just believe do your research, because your kid is your kid, and that's the best way to be a boss mom to me. Don't be materialistic with your kids. Teach them other things in this world. Give your child a reason. I understand, everybody want their kids to look up to them, so you working hard. But a lot of things are priceless. Time is priceless. And I'm learning that from my daughter, because she's expensive as fuck. When I was younger, I thought buying her shit was and now that's what she wants. So no, it's not like, how people be like, oh, yeah, speaking and you don't know. I'm telling you what my personal experience. Time is priceless. Now I gotta sit on this girl to make her spend some damn time with me outside of her room. Like she won't hang out with me outside of her room. She won't go nowhere else in the house but in her room. So
when I was 13, me and my mom was on the other side of the room too. So I
don't like it. So yeah, just spend time, enjoy, make moments with your kids. That's what I feel like a boss mom. A boss mom is you can still handle your own, learn how to budget, teach yourself stuff. Don't be hard on yourself because you're learning.
Yeah,
absolutely. Priscilla, go ahead.
So I had an awesome Mother's Day weekend, and here's why. I seen all the kids on this block grow up. And I don't know, it just seemed to happen this whole weekend where I would, see one of the kids that I knew since they were babies, and they would come to me and say, when I was 15, you told me blah, 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 and you were right. And I had that experience like all weekend long. And my cousin, I put my bouquet on Instagram because my cousin sent me flowers because her baby, well, I'm responsible for the baby being here. So they call me Mama Cindy. So I am everybody's mama, everybody's auntie. And this is how I look at it. It's not just my job to just be on this earth, just existing as I am. If I see a young sister, I'm going to say, hey, girl, like, slow your roll. One of the young ladies I ran into, she was on the block hanging out with these fuckers. And I was like, I can look at you and tell you smart. So come over here. Let me talk to you. Fuck away from these niggas. Because they will be here 5 years from now not doing shit. And I ran into her on Saturday. There she was with her baby. So I took pictures with her and her baby. And she said, told her friend, this woman is the reason why I stopped hanging out with these people. I have a great job now. I got my daughter. So I feel like it's my job. That's my job. To the moms, I will say, don't be hard on yourself. And definitely stay the fuck off of social media. Because they're presenting a really nice, beautiful picture. But that doesn't mean that that's the reality of their lives. For the older dames, stop being so judgmental to these young girls. If you're not going to tell them something that's going to make their lives better or be supportive, then don't be judging them. Because you got some shit in your past too. I'm so sure. Okay? And just learn to love yourself so that you can love your baby. Be in love with who you are as a person. And don't worry about being perfect, because to that baby, you are going to be perfect. And I don't give a shit how these kids get here. Babies come when they are meant to come. Everybody deal with it. Mama's done now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have to, I want Solo to go next, and then I'm going to go. So Solo, go ahead. Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry.
I was say I was ready to go, but you got me on mute.
No, go ahead.
I think with that whole situation, when you get into that placement, I guess, y'all already passed that mindset because y'all pregnant or whatever, y'all keeping your kids. But for me, you're on mute.
I was also going to say, while Beauty was talking, if we could talk about the women who are trying to have a baby as well, we can't include that because that's still a part of the baby making process. But go ahead.
Okay. So what I was going to say for me, I can speak from the fact of me being pregnant at one point in time. When I made that decision that I wasn't going to have my kid, like you said before, it's a selfless thing. Like, it was no longer me thinking about me, how I'm going to survive. It's more so me thinking, how am I going to take care of myself and this little person? Like, am I going to be able to give them shelter? Am I going to be able to sacrifice everything I got going on in my life to give them the time and the care and the nurturing that they need? Like, these are things that I feel are like the mindset you have to remember. But one thing that I feel like you really mainly have to remember, regardless if you're with that man or not, that's your kid. You're stuck with that kid. That kid don't go nowhere. That kid is a part of you. He could go free willy, do whatever the fuck he want, be a whole butterfly, whatever the hell he want to call himself. Your ass got somebody attached to you. That person's going to look to you for advice, for living circumstances, for eating, everything that person needs to even become a person that can function in this world with all the bullshit going on is going to come directly from you and who you have around them and everything like that. So your environment plays a big role. Like, your mental environment plays a big role. Your physical environment plays a big role when you take on that responsibility to be a parent. So just keep that in mind. No matter what the father got going on, all that responsibility, at the end of the day, you have to be able to take all of that weight on your shoulders, because no one's going to carry you in this process. Even if you have help from your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, at the end of the day, that's your responsibility. And then that's the time where you really have to grow up. There is no more being a kid. You could be 15, you could be 21, you could be 30. It's no more being a kid doing childish shit. It's all about responsibility at that point.
Absolutely.
I'm done.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And I wanted to circle back around by just reiterating those points when it came to beauty, Priscilla, and also you solo, just about, taking care of yourself, knowing what the responsibility is ahead of you. Now, for me, I did have one abortion in my life, and I said to myself, I would never have that happen ever again. But even though when I look back at me being 17 and being so young and thinking about the support system that I did have at that time, I could have still done it. And I could have, figured things out. But shoulda, woulda, coulda, you can't harp on those things. All you can do is be a better person, move forward. And in my baby making process, which I am in, moving forward, I'm even though and I always go back to what Priscilla tells me, because she knows that I want to have a child, I want to be a mother, I want to be able to fulfill that aspiration in life. Babies come when they come, but as I am in myself right now, I'm saying to myself, at least when the baby gets here, do whatever you need to do in order to be as sufficient as possible before that child gets here. We don't know when the children comes, but if we could try to be our best selves in the process before the children get here, we can kind of give that to them, and I feel like a lot of women don't put enough into themselves before their children come out. Therefore, sometimes they don't have enough to give to their children. So I do think self-love is important. Self-care is extremely important, and taking care of yourself is essential if you're going to be taking care of someone else. Go ahead, Beauty.
And stop putting your damn cell phones and tablets on your damn stomach, giving your baby radiation and shit, and stop playing all that damn rap music on your baby's stomach. Play some damn Mozart or some shit like that.
Yeah. My baby, y'all know my baby gonna be listening to jazz. Y'all already know my baby gonna be listening to jazz.
I played GS9 on my godson Mushi. I've seen him grow up through the years, my little Mushi. I had him listening to GS9, and this boy came out singing Migos. I was mad as hell.
Exactly. No. My
2 years
daughter,
old, giving me
I
all
used to have
mumble rap.
Mozart and Beethoven playing on my stomach, and I fell asleep one night, and my baby daddy had Gucci Man and shit on there, and when she was a young girl, she used to just shake her dreads all the time.
But I'm not gonna hold you though. Like, honestly, what I would say, I think by doing that, it got him musically inclined, because even when he came out as a baby, he was always gravitating towards stuff, making a bunch of noise and making little beats. And I got him a little drum set, and he was just banging on it. Then he 2 years old at his little birthday party. He got the microphone.
Do it.
I'm like,
I can't.
What the hell?
I wonder why y'all kids know how to do electronics and shit, because you got the damn. That's all these.
They've been already ready.
Cell phone.
Priscilla, you were saying something?
They too damn smart.
I'm going to tell everybody right now why Vanessa Smilez is going to be an awesome mother.
I hope so.
So I go to DTF to do somebody else's show, and I get there early like they asked me to, and the elevator wasn't working, and nobody told me. I was outside literally in the cold for hours.
Not so that elevator.
Course, when Vanessa and Uncle Tone show up, they get me upstairs, but by now my legs are killing me, and I have to pee. So they couldn't bring the scooter all the way up.
I remember this now.
They had me in the actual office chair. So Vanessa rolled me to the bathroom. And this is when you know somebody has got your back and really loves you. I was like, Vanessa, I don't even know if I could get on the toilet. My legs hurt. She was like, I got you. I got this. Girlfriend pulled my pants down. I peed. She got some tissue. She wiped me. I was like, this bitch can have twins. I bet you she could breastfeed and cook dinner all at the same fucking time.
And I have to add to that before we go, but yes.
That was some awesome shit that showed me what kind of person you are. You are remarkable in so many ways.
I appreciate that. And I have to add to you on that. Salute to my grandma Helen. She was kind of like my resident mom, because I was very, very close to my grandmother, more than my mom. But the last day that my grandmother Helen passed away, I gave her, a sponge bath when you wipe, your older family down. And I wiped everything, and I was just wiping. She's like, oh my God. And, a person who's worked all their life, who've done so much for themselves, they don't even like seeing themselves in a weak position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's like, I can't believe, you got to wipe me like this. I said, move your leg back. Oh, I got to get to the back. I got to get to, she's in the bed being like, oh my God, like my granddaughter has to wipe me. And I'm like, Grandma Helen, I have to get down there.
Hit you with her cane if you would have tried to throw her leg back there. My
Well,
daughter,
she almost hit me. She was like, all right, that's enough. That's enough.
look, I just had to tell my grandma, my great grandmother, she was having, one of the bad days with dementia today. And she was saying her legs hurt. So I was like, oh, you want Maya? I'm like, volunteering my daughter to massage her legs. So
Yep.
she go Maya. So my granny like, yeah, get her. So my daughter goes, so let me talk to you real quick. And she told me, and she was like, I said, what's the problem? You like giving her a massage? She said, yeah, but she kicks me now. She be forgetting that she told me I could touch her, and then she kicked me. I was like, I said, but that's the love. That's a
process.
love tap. You getting tougher. Man up and go get that biofreeze and rub your granny down, girl.
That's
You will
right.
never leave.
When I had to do that with my dad, I literally I held back my tears when I had to watch my dad last year because it was like I wasn't used to seeing this man that's so strong, always been like my protector, so frail and weak, and my dad was just like embarrassed. And I'm like, Daddy, I don't give a fuck nothing about you talking about. Please, just lift up your arm and shut up.
Let me do what I gotta do. Right.
Like washing his drawers and everything. He's like, I can't believe you're washing my underwear. I was like, and so fucking what? How many times you did my laundry?
Right.
Shut up. Just shut up.
When my grandma was
was
in the hospital, and and I got there, because I had come back from Jamaica, and my sister picked me up at the airport, and she was like, I don't want to tell you this, but Grandma Mary's in the hospital. I went right to the airport, beach clothes and all. I get to the hospital, I look at my grandmother, I was like, nobody put lipstick on you? What the hell have these people been doing around here?
Yes.
And then she was like, right?
Yep.
Like, look how they got me laying. She was like, this nasty ass hospital gown, and no lipstick. I was like, Grandma, I got you. Don't worry. I got this. We're going to get this together right now. This is some bullshit.
That's right.
So if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna look the fuck good when I get to the gate. Like,
hello.
And I think honestly, the day that my grandmother died, I think she was probably ready to go in a sense because she was squeaky clean, and I know she wouldn't want to go to the hospital dirty. Like,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, but salute to all of the daughters, mothers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, aunties. All of the women who are mother figures internally and externally.
Yes.
I think it's very, very important that we keep these qualities and we keep it going for the next generation.
And salute to the guys that watch Oprah. Like my dad, I feel like Oprah kind of got him in tune with his little feminine side because as a child, he really was watching Oprah, the Olivins, and all like these women reading the woman Susan Taylor from Essex Magazine's book. He was really trying to understand what the hell was going on with me as a female because he couldn't catch on at all.
Real men love strong women. They truly do. If you guys want to follow the show, you guys can go to Smile 69 Network. Salute to John Logic and the Ranters Union. You guys can go to the Ranters Union YouTube page to see everything else. We will see y'all later. Let me get a quick Snapchat. 1, 2, and 3. Beauty, let me see you. Thank you. We will see y'all back again next week. Bye.